Tony with Mango Hunters, and we're here today to check out your roller rink. We've heard that there's a lot of activity reported here. You've experienced some stuff. Corey's experienced some stuff. And we want to get some more information about the activity that's going on here, like what's going on over there in the corner. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about how long you've been here and what has asked you to have this place kind of looked at a little closer with regard to the paranormal activity.
Sure. We've been here 2 years. I've owned Roller World for about a year and a half.
Okay.
Since we've been here, we've heard noises, we've had money left behind, we've had trinkets left behind. After we've cleaned up at the end of the night and come back in, and we'll find things still here. We've noticed some things on our surveillance cameras, shadows, images.
Okay. So what kind of things are you noticing on your camera? You said shadows and images, so like people or some sort of being or spirit moving around in the rink, or?
I would say just some darker shadows,
okay.
yes, and some orb-like activity.
All right, but things that lead you to believe that there's something here when you're not.
Yes.
Okay. Have you, it's like some of the things that have been left behind, they're people's personal belongings, some of your patrons, or?
We don't know.
You're not sure?
No.
Okay.
We found some rings that have been left behind. We
Yep.
found little beads that have been left behind. We actually have a lot of quarters that have been left behind.
Quarters.
Yeah, that we now pick it up, and I make everybody who finds a coin left behind to say thank you, Money Ghost.
Oh,
So
okay.
we thank them for it.
So you must have a lost and found.
Yes.
And so these are things that have left behind and people are not claiming them? Is that why you're saying you're not
Correct.
sure if they're the big?
Correct.
Okay. All right. And you don't have a lot of transient patrons that come in here. That it's pretty much people from the community.
Yes.
So if they come back here in repeated visits, you would think that they'd come back and claim their belongings.
You would expect that, yes.
Right. So where, we've noticed that the door over there in the corner is moving a little bit this evening. What other areas of the rink are you noticing activity?
It happens in different areas. We've also noticed some smells that happened about a year ago, but we had a redirection circle that happened, so those smells have dissipated, but we used to have lots of different smells. We've called her the Juicy Fruit Lady. That was her name. It was a sweeter smell, and then we also have a gentleman that we believe was here in spirit that we called Cigar Man. Because
Okay.
he had a cigar scent.
Like a tobacco smell?
Yeah, when you would go around corners.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Did you ever come back into the building and find lights are on that you've turned off, that you know you've turned off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And just yesterday I came in, was in there the day before, that light just went on and off. So it's usually this light right here that goes on and off, and we're talking about lights coming on and off. That's the main one that will go on and off.
And that just happened behind us while we were talking?
Yes.
This light went off, then came back on?
Yes.
So just right now, Charlene and I were talking about lights going on and off as part of the paranormal activity that's reported here, and this light went off and then came back on while we were discussing it.
So what I was saying was that when I came back in, the water was running in the sink in the back behind the snack bar, which has never happened before. We've never had running water.
And it's not one of those automatic ones with a
No,
motion sensor?
no, it's an
you
actual
have to
turn. Yes, yes.
Oh.
So that was just yesterday.
That was yesterday.
So as recent as yesterday, you're having activity in this location?
Yes.
How often, if you were to kind of judge the frequency of activity, how often are you guys experiencing?
Every week we find something or say something, but it's become the norm now that we
Okay.
kind of just
Yeah.
let it all go.
And that tends to happen with places that have a lot of activity. People kind of pass it off as that's kind of normal now, so they don't really, it doesn't register that there's a lot of paranormal activity.
Right,
going
and
on.
this place isn't usually quiet,
Mhm.
so we have a lot of, hustle bustle, music,
Right.
people. So it's usually when it's quieter, or I come in on my own
Yep.
to do
So
paperwork.
how many people usually come in here during when you're open?
It varies, but we can have anywhere 50. We've had 300 people in here before.
So that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of
Yes.
different people coming in here with the various things that are going on in their life and in their mind when they're coming in. And just a lot of different energy coming into one location.
Yes.
I mean, that can cause a lot of activity. They can bring up a lot of activity and you know, excite the spirits or get them upset or whatever, what have you, as far as the activity and, you know, the influence that they have over the environment.
Yes.
Now, Charlene, with all the activity that's been reported here and that you've experienced, has there ever been anything that has scared you or made you not want to be here?
No, never.
So typically the spirits or whatever it is that's here causing this activity has been friendly or at least not aggressive and not threatening.
Yes.
That's good. Excellent. All right, well, I guess maybe if you could just kind of walk us through and explain different areas of the roller rink.
Sure.
And Charlene, so that we're in the refreshment area of the cafe. What can you tell us about the activity that is reported in here?
Mostly in here, it had been in the past where we would come around the corner right here, and that's when you would smell different smells, was when you were approaching this area right in here.
The juicy fruit lady.
Yes, and cigar man.
Cigar.
Yes, cigar, like a cigar smell, tobacco
Right.
smell. There's also been money left behind in here. As you can see, we just finished a session and it's
Yeah.
been mopped. So we know that it's clean, and
Yeah.
when we leave and come back for the next day for the session, then there are coins left behind.
Have you tried to do any research at all to see who the juicy fruit lady or the cigar man might be?
We haven't,
Have it?
no.
Any ideas that pop into your head as far as what you know about the building?
There was talk about it could have been a previous owner
Okay.
at some point that had worked here, or employee that had worked here.
How long has the building been here?
From my knowledge, it opened in 1981.
Okay.
Before that, it was an appliance building that was the front part of here, and going way back, it was agricultural.
So the building has been here, it's been a roller rink since '81?
Yes.
Okay. And was the building always this big, or had it been extended, or?
I believe it was extended out that way,
Okay.
but this was the main part of it.
And since it's been a roller rink, do you know how many owners there have been?
Quite a few,
Quite a few.
yeah. And different managers, owners,
Right.
yes.
All right. Let's move back there to the snack bar area, and you can talk about some of the activity that you experienced back here, specifically
Sure.
with the water coming on.
Sure.
We're in the snack bar area, and this is where you experienced something just yesterday.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about what happened?
We were closed for a couple of days and had shut everything down, and when I came in yesterday, I was hearing a noise back here that didn't sound familiar, so when I came back, the water faucet was running by itself. It was not on the previous day, and it was steadily running.
So after you closed the building and left,
Yes.
you came back the next day and found that the faucet had been turned on.
Yes.
Interesting.
And it was hot water.
It was hot water.
Yes.
The sink didn't fill up and flood, thank goodness.
No, it did not.
You just happened to see the water running.
Yes.
It's interesting. So we're in what used to be the game room,
Yes.
and your offices are back here. Your
Yes,
office.
my office.
And where is your office?
Around the corner over there.
And you have some experiences to share about this area of the building.
Yes, I can hear a lot of noises that are in this area from my office, even when the arcades were all shut off.
What types of noises are you hearing?
Banging, car doors, mostly a lot of banging, just like maybe that somebody's in the laundry room doing
Okay.
laundry, but there's nobody in here but me.
So while you're in your office sitting, doing your work, it sounds like there's somebody else out in this area of the
Yes.
building. Interesting. And let's just walk over and so we can see your office.
Okay. So the laundry room is in there, in the other room.
We're in your office, Charlene. It looks like a couple of the lights are out, which is why we have our night vision on right now, so our viewers can see what we're doing. This is not typical.
No. Usually I have much, it's brighter in here. I don't know why just one light is working and not all of them. So that's why we have the night vision
All
on.
right. Well, so this is where you work at night or during the day, and you're here by yourself, and you hear noises from the other areas of the building.
I do.
And those are the banging and knocking and car doors and different things
Yes.
that make you think that there might be somebody else in the building.
Yes.
And you don't ever get scared.
No, and sometimes it almost it sounds like there's laundry going,
Yep.
but because the laundry room is right over around the corner, but there's nobody here to do the laundry. So if there's continuous noises.
Oh, interesting. Maybe you should have somebody come in and take a look at your lights.
Okay.
All right, let's go check out the rest of the building. We're in the attic.
Yes.
It's a bit low up here as far as the ceiling goes.
Yes. It's recently been insulated.
The ceiling has been insulated recently.
Yes.
Okay. And much activity reported up here or experienced?
Not for me personally, but there used to be all kinds of stuff that like over the years had been accumulated up here. So when I would come up, I would just have this heavy feeling, but not anything else with an experience of like noises or anything like that.
That was when all of the objects were up here that have been accumulated over the years.
Yes.
Now that that's all been cleared out, it's been insulated, is it any different up here for you?
It's a little lighter, but I still feel it here, chest-wise. It gets like there's still a little bit of tightness that I personally get when I come up here.
Just wonder if any of those items that have been collected were collecting any energy from previous owners or patrons from the building.
Definitely could have been. The only other thing was there was a temperature drop that when we go into that other room to see if we can feel that this time, I'm not sure, but extremely hot in here, really, really cold in there when it shouldn't have been that way.
And there's heat up here.
Yes.
Interesting.
That's the furnace room over there.
That's the furnace room, and that's
Which
got
was
cold.
cold.
Well, hey, you wouldn't think the furnace room would get cold.
Correct.
All right, let's take a walk over there and check it out.
Okay.
We're now in the furnace room,
Yes.
and this is the room that generates all the heat to keep
Yes.
the rest of the building warm.
Yes.
And this is the area where you said you experienced cold spots.
Yes.
Where in this room are the cold
The
spots?
whole room was cold.
whole
It was
room?
warm in there, like muggy warm, and when we come in here, it was cold.
Wow. Typically around a furnace like this, especially with the big venting, it's a lot of the heat is escaping from there. You would think it'd be nice and warm in here, warmer than anywhere else
Right.
in the building.
Not that day
Wow. And that only happened once, or
that I experienced. Yes.
interesting. All right, let's go back downstairs and check out the rest of the rink.
Okay.
We're now on the roller rink floor, and it's a big area, a big open area. It's echoing quite a bit in here. Has there been any experiences right out here on the floor of the location?
From my personal experiences, there have been money left behind in the rink after leaving for the night, coming back in the next day, and finding coins, in particular quarters, that we found. Over there, we against the wall with the benches, we found more like trinkets with rings and beads, those type of items that were not there the night before, and coming in the next day, they were there.
So again, that consistent story of quarters or coins being left behind
Yes.
in this building. The money ghost. Everybody wants the money ghost to go home with them.
Yes, that is true.
All right, very good. Anywhere else we should look at in here while we still have you?
I don't think so. I think I've told you pretty much all of my personal experiences.
All right, great. All right, well, we're going to get our gear set up and start our investigation. We appreciate you taking
Great.
the time to show us around and share your experiences with us, and we'll let you know what we find.
Great, thank
All right,
you.
Thank you.
We have just we're just setting up our equipment, and I was talking a couple times, I was talking about like where to put equipment, and both Tony and Jen thought that at different times that they heard a voice talking over me, but I didn't hear it, so I just said I don't hear it. And then I came over to put that audio recorder down on that bench right there, and as I put it down, I clearly heard a male vocal say, "Hello," back there, a very deep male vocal. It said hello, just like that. So we're all stopped for a second. Was the voice you heard a male vocal, or?
Nope, I was definitely hearing a female when we were in the roller rink.
Okay, and it wasn't me, like,
Nope.
echo?
It was talking over the echo.
And then what did you hear?
You heard a female voice?
Yes.
What did you hear?
I heard a male voice.
And then I heard a male voice.
Because I was saying, when I heard a voice, I heard a male voice talking over you while you were talking, and I could hear your echo, which is why I knew it was a different voice.
You looked pretty shocked too. You were very surprised.
I was very surprised because it was. I know there's a big echo out there because I was out there standing there talking earlier, and we're talking here. You can hear the echo. I heard your echo, and I heard the male voice over your echo.
All right, so looks like we may have something going on. So we want to get to investigating.
Definitely.
Let's do it.
Let's get all the lights out and get going. We are in the middle of the roller rink floor. We're going to take this paper towel and put it down in the center. We've outlined a circle here, and we're going to put the tennis ball in on the paper towel. That way we'll know if it's moved or not. And then we're going to put an audio recorder down on the floor next to it. We'll bring a few jingle bells over and put them on the floor next to it as well so you can hear if they get moved or if they make any sounds while we're investigating tonight. What are you doing, Jen?
Well, putting out a few toys and marking around them so we can see if they move at all.
All right, and I'll take. Hold on a second.
Tony, is this the ghost box we're using?
That's the one. We should grab those audio recorders as well, and I'll grab the camera.
Right now, we're about to do a ghost box session. We're about 10 minutes into our investigation. We're in the center of the roller rink, and I think we're ready to go. What do you guys think?
Let's do it.
Ready? Here we go. See, I've got it on AM right now. Let's see how AM works. See if we can get some vocals to come out of the box. It's 5:48. Hello? I'm. So, to any spirits who are here with us right now, we're using the ghost box to communicate with you. The ghost box hits all the different radio stations that are in the area, and you can accentuate the words that are coming across to speak to us. I'd like to introduce myself again. My name is Kat.
My name's Tony.
My name is Jen.
Can you say hello to us using the ghost box, please? This radio over here? Is there anyone here with us? Can you please use the ghost box to tell us anything?
Will you please repeat one of our names to us here?
Insurance. Names.
You said names.
We can say them again here if you forgot what they are.
I'm Kat.
I'm Tony.
I'm Jen.
You could say.
You could say a name. I just said. Go ahead and say one of our names. Oh, did I just say our name? Just say Thank you. Is there any way you could say it again, please? Or say one of our names again when I'm not talking? Do we have a tool that can help us with this?
We can try and use the EM pump, see if that helps bring some, inject some white noise into the stream.
We have a white noise generator and a meter.
Right?
They're over there. Do you want to go get one?
I'll go-
All right, go get them and we'll wait here. Here, do you right? Okay. Tony's going to get a tool that can help you use the ghost box. I hope you're okay with that. Can you tell us what time it is? It's closest to a specific time, top of the hour. Can you tell us what time it is? Can you tell us what the top of the hour is going to be? The top. The Juicy Fruit lady here with us right now? Okay. Heidi, you want to speak with us? Sounds like you said no. The Juicy Fruit lady, would you like to speak with us, please? Did you get it?
They're right here.
And which one is it?
This is the EM pump.
You have to face.
Thank you.
It just said thank you. What is it? And it said please it, or what is it?
This is an EM pump, and this injects electromagnetic field into the environment. And the theory is that the spirits will use the EM to communicate with us.
All right, turn it on. Let's go. Exceptional. Is the Juicy Fruit lady here with us? We think you tried to speak to us. Say, I did. You're kind. Did you like it that we chewed some Juicy Fruit gum for you? Did you hear that?
How did you die?
In accident. In action? Yeah, good. In action or an accident? I'll have to review that. Were you a soldier? Were you a soldier? It was a bomb? Did it just say?
Can you see us?
I see something, it just said. It just said I see something. You. Alright, we're gonna try FM right now. Just what I need.
We appreciate you trying to speak to us. If you have anything else you'd like to say, you have a very short time to say it. If you just want to say goodbye, that'll be fine too.
Can you say goodbye to the box, please?
See ya.
See ya.
See ya. All right.
Nice job.
Thank you very much.
Right
Have a good
there.
night. I'm gonna head upstairs into the attic and do my solo. I'm gonna take this obelisk with me. I also have a millimeter here, an audio recorder, a backup flashlight, and a walkie-talkie so I can talk to you guys. Just probably test these, make sure that they're working properly.
Good idea.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome, so those are working well. So one flashlight, another flashlight here. Grab this gear. I'll put it in this bag, make it easier to carry so I don't drop it. And then I'm gonna have to grab a couple of cameras. So,
Kat and I will be staying downstairs. This is the stuff we're going to be working with, and we'll talk about that a little bit more as we get set up.
great. All right. I'm headed up to the attic so I can sit in the dark all by myself. There's been some activity reported by Charlene and a couple of the other employees up there. There used to be a lot of personal belongings and equipment that had been left in a certain area up there that made Charlene feel very uneasy. It's all been cleared out now, or the majority of it's been cleared out now, but she still feels pretty uneasy up there. She's also felt a few cold spots when she was up there. A couple of the other employees have experienced some things like a paint bucket that's used to hold the door open had been moved and the door had closed. Some balls, some small plastic balls have been found scattered around on the floor up there. We're just going to go up and check it out, sit in the dark all by myself and see if I can't interact with a couple of spirits. It's the first time I've been on a kind of a solo investigation in an area that we've been investigating. The primary focus tonight is just to see if some of the experiences we've had in the past with kind of repelling spirits is going to happen again tonight while I'm up there all by myself. So come on up and check it out and see what happens. Cameras look pretty good, so I get out my obelisk, my audio recorder, and my millimeter. And make sure everything works. That seems to be working okay. Next is the millimeter, and this is like it's like an EMF detector. It also reads temperature and prints it out on the screen. We'll put that right here next to the obelisk. And we also have our trusty audio recorder, so we can do some EVP sessions while we're up here and see if we can get any kind of feedback from any spirits in the environment from any of these devices. So we're pretty much ready to go. Just going to make sure all the cameras are focused and shut off the lights.
I believe that you can start. We're still walking around, but you can't hear us.
Alright, so I'll let you know once my 30 minutes are up.
Okay.
I am in the attic, and it is so dark in here. The only light I have is from the screen on this obelisk. There's a little bit of light coming in through the doorway because of the lights outside, but other than that, it is dark up here. I can hardly see anything. And I must say it is a bit unnerving. I'm about to start my EVP session. The obelisk did say one word to me so far. It said records, which is kind of interesting because this would be a storage area for old skates, old music, things like that. And they did used to play records here when they first started the roller rink. They didn't really have CDs at that point, or they may have, but they weren't in abundance. So they were using old vinyl LPs, and they had the record players. So That may have been some of the equipment that was stored up here, some of the belongings that had been stored in this room. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Tony. I'm with Maine Ghost Hunters. And the other two investigators are here in the building with me. They're in another area of the rink. We're just here to investigate the reported activity. Charlene has said that when she comes up here, she feels very uneasy. Shortness of breath in her chest. Is there a spirit up here tonight? Who's responsible for making Charlene feel that way? As I'm sitting here, I am feeling a bit of a coldness on my arm. Some goosebumps a little bit. I'm hearing some creaking out there in the hallway, in the stairway area.
Kat and Jen with the Zoom and the Olympus at the middle table in the concession area. And right now, we're going to try to use the spirit box to communicate.
Still feeling that coldness on my right arm. Are you here? Is there somebody here that's making my arm cold? If you worked in this building before, can you make a knocking noise on the ceiling? One of these bars right here, these wooden beams. Just knock on it with your hand. Just one little knock, please. Not sure what that noise was. I can't hear the girls talking downstairs. And they should be over here somewhere behind me on the bottom floor. I just heard a voice. Did you just try to speak to me?
The spirit box is on. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me speaking. To any spirits that are here with us, if you'd like to speak with us, we have this device here called the spirit box that you can manipulate and talk to us. So Jen's going to tell us how the spirit box works very briefly.
The spirit box sweeps through radio frequencies very quickly. So quickly that it's not picking up any radio signals. It acts as a white noise generator, and it is believed the spirits can use the white noise, they can manipulate it to speak. So hopefully we can get some communication.
Do you spend a lot of time in this building? Do you ever leave here? it sounded like footsteps over there to my left. Are you walking around up here?
Please tell us yes if you can see us or no if you can't. Said can't. Did you hear that? Can't.
Sounded like can't.
Just said can't. Let me get this closer. I'm moving this audio closer. I've just moved the audio closer so they can hear that better. Can you smell the gum that's in our mouth?
Can you smell the cigar?
Hold that.
Sounded almost like miss it.
Miss it. Yes. It
Are you
did.
talking about the cigar?
We're 13 minutes into my solo session into the attic, and so far I think I've heard a voice and some footsteps and movement to my left as well as out into the hallway. Nothing definitive though, so I'd like to continue to probe and ask for an unquestionable response from the spirits or the spirit who might be here in the attic with me. I'm also feeling some coldness on my arm. It's been pretty consistent while I've been up here. Can you tell me what year it is? You can use this ovilus device as well. If you use your energy, you can manipulate this device and make it speak a word to me. You may need to concentrate very hard and use all of your energy, but you can make that happen.
Can you tell me what it is I'm holding in my left hand? Right here? Cigar?
That just said cigar.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you. That was excellent. Do you like the smell? Can you smell the cigar? Funny. Can you smell? Do you have the ability to smell the cigar?
Yeah.
I do. Could have just said I do. Did I just say Jen and then help to
Do you need help? Who needs help?
I just said Tony.
Where is Tony?
This just told us Tony needs help. Let's turn.
In the dark, is that what it said?
Tony,
What?
are you okay up there?
Yeah.
Okay. It just said, we just asked if it needs help because we heard the word help, and we said, who needs help? And it said, Tony. And then we asked where you were, and it said, in the dark.
Yeah, no, it's a little weird up here.
We'll come up and join you.
Okay, I thought I've heard some footsteps a couple times, but
We think we may be communicating with somebody through this spirit box here. I'm hoping the audio can be heard by the cameras. At one point, we thought we heard help, so Jen asked who needs help, and the box said Tony. And then when you asked, where is Tony, it said in the dark. So we just contacted Tony. He said he's fine, but he's heard footsteps a couple of times. They weren't us, so he may want us to join him up there. Possibly. We're going to keep doing the spirit box until that happens. Go ahead. I think I just saw a misty white smoke over here in this area of the skating rink. Weird. I thought it was my eyelashes, but it wasn't. It was Beth. Oh, did you just hear that?
I did.
It was just, are you over there? At the skating rink? Sure. What?
I'm not sure if I smell something. I'm not sure what I smell.
Can you, hold on a second, unplug it. Tony,
Yeah.
we're gonna ask it to manifest itself upstairs with you because it keeps saying your name. Are you okay with that?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Go ahead. I thought it said not that one. Cheers. Okay, to any spirits that are here that are speaking with us who keep saying Tony's name, we're gonna ask you to go upstairs and make a really loud sound that Tony can hear. Not to scare him, but just to let him know that you're there. Can you do that within the next 1 minute, please?
Just checking the temperature around my legs because I do feel kind of cold. I know I'm wearing shorts, but it still says 70.1 degrees. My legs feel almost chilly. You would think that a body temperature of 98.6 would make make the thermometer read higher as it moves closer to me. It's actually moving up a whole degree or more as I move it away from me. 71.2, 71.5, 71.9. So that's going up. 72.2, 0.6, 7, 73 degrees, 70. The temperature is rising pretty good out here. But as I bring it in towards me, it drops. It's dropping again now. 71.9, 8, 6, 5. It's just going down. It's like there's something around my legs. It's making it cold. 70.8. 70.6.
Tell us a number. Please tell us a number within the next 30 seconds. Loud and clear. Say 50 before then. It sounded like 50 to me. Clear.
24.
I thought I said 50 again, and you thought I said 24. Can you do it one more time, please? Did I just say 4?
Could have been 4.
7.
Very good.
Excellent job. Okay.
So it was 70.5 degrees, and now the temperature is drastically going back up. 71.5 already, 71.8, 72, 73 degrees already. That is very weird. Just heard something over there behind me. Getting goosebumps.
Unplug. Hold on, we're gonna unplug 1 second. Whoops.
We're doing a ghost box session, telling me what's going on up there.
It's really weird what's going on up here. I'm feeling cold.
Have you had any experiences of any sort?
I thought I heard something rustling to my left in that one opening area that's left.
Okay, because we asked for a sound to happen up there so that you could hear it, but not scare you. So was it far enough away that it didn't scare you, but you could hear it?
Yeah, it was almost like a little tap.
Very interesting.
What I'm finding interesting that's happening right now is, I told you I'm feeling cold, so I took the millimeter and put it near me. And whenever I bring the millimeter near me, the temperature drops to like 70 degrees. If I hold it out at arm's length, the temperature immediately goes up to like 73, 74.
That is a little weird. Okay, come up there, or do you want us to keep doing what we're doing?
I don't need you to come up here, but it might be interesting to be up here with whatever's going on up here.
Do you want us to come up right now, or do you want us to wait?
Yeah, why don't you come on? Maybe you can record this weird phenomenon with the temperature. I've asked the girls to come up now because I want them to be able to record what I'm experiencing with this thermometer. It's very, very odd that moving the thermometer closer to my body would reduce the temperature.
We're down here in the concession area. We're doing one last final, basically, session to see if we can make contact with any spirits that may be here at the Topsham Roller World. We have a bunch of different equipment out. Some of it you can't see, but it's here. We have a K meter, like a K2 meter behind, right here. We also have another K2 meter right at the next table over right there. They should make noises when they go off, right? And you also have one right here, correct?
Yes.
So lift it up, show it. So this is Jen's millimeter. It's the same one that we've used earlier. She has an antenna on it, and essentially it emits an EM field, and if the EM field gets broken, it senses it and makes a sound. It also lights up. Okay? So she's going to put that up so that you can see that. Put that right there. Alright, all the flashlights are off. If you'd like to communicate with the flashlights, all you have to do is go and tap them, and they should come on. Just like that. We accept turning on the flashlight as a positive response to the questions that we ask, and then we'll ask you to turn off the flashlight so that we can ask more questions. If you turn off the flashlight after we ask, just like that, we treat that as a positive response also.
We're main ghost hunters, and we're here to speak with the spirits in Roller World. We're wondering if there's a male spirit here who likes cigars. There's been reports of a male spirit who smells like a cigar. We're wondering if you're here with us this evening. If you are, you can speak your name, and one of our devices will record that. You can also make your presence known in a non-threatening manner by knocking on a wall or a table or a door or anything. There are also flashlights around the room. If you're here and you want to communicate with us, can you turn on one of those flashlights in the next 10 minutes?
10
Sorry,
seconds.
10 seconds. Back here again, one.
That one? Can you turn on one of the other two within the next 10, 10 seconds, please? That one came on behind you too?
No, sorry, I see that light.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Were you a patron here? This building's been many businesses. Did you used to come here for some type of service? Can you turn on a flashlight within the next 10 seconds? Yep. Okay, great. Can you turn on the flashlight at the concession to let us know that you turned the flashlight on at the table? Let us know that there's intelligent communication going on. Can you do that within the next 10 seconds, please? Thank you. Excellent. is the spirit that makes the cigar smoke. Oh, did you see that? The spirit that makes the cigar smoke smell. Are you here? If you're here, can you turn on the flashlight within the next 10 seconds? Thank you. Both. Yep, that one too. Is there anyone down near the roller skates? Can you turn that flashlight on if you are? Turn that one on within the next 10 seconds. You just need to tap it. Thank you. Can you guys see that? It hasn't gone on the whole time.
Yeah.
When we ask it, can you turn it on, and it goes on. Interesting. Right now, what we'd like to know is the spirit that moves around coins and trinkets. Are you here right now with us? Thank you. Can you turn on a second flashlight within the next 10 seconds, please? To let us know that you're here. I keep hearing movement over there.
I heard that too.
That's me.
Are there any spirits here who have passed in the last 10 years? Thank you very much. Can you please turn that flashlight off so I can ask you another question? I'm going to ask you to turn on the flashlight that's behind me instead of the one on the concession stand.
To the man that makes it smell like cigars in here, do you appreciate that we brought you a cigar tonight? Can you turn on a flashlight to let us know? The answer is yes. That came on within 10 seconds, but did you hear something? Thank you. So far, in our flashlight session, we've had some pretty interesting responses. We've asked for reinforcing responses to our original responses, such as, can you turn on the other flashlight if you turned on the first flashlight and the second flashlight came on. It's a pretty responsive session so far. We're coming to the end of it. We're asking a few more questions and then we'll wrap things up.